Welcome to the Deucecast Extra. We are here. It's Fat Tuesday, isn't it? I think it's Fat Tuesday.
It is. It
right?
is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So happy Fat Tuesday to anyone who celebrates Fat Tuesday.
We don't call it Fat Tuesday anymore, Mikey.
That's right.
It's
That's
Obese Tuesday.
Yeah.
I forgot that we can't say fat anymore.
I think obese is kind of. I think it's plus size Tuesday.
I think it's
plus size.
Big boned.
Known to Protestants, it's Tuesday.
So you guys are all wrong. It's PHAT Tuesday.
Fat.
Right.
Pretty hot and tempting. I like it.
Okay. Well, we are here, of course, to talk about Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 9, The Crossing. And then later on, we will get to... Yeah, it's called The Crossing. Sorry.
No, I thought we were talking about Picard tonight. That's why I'm here.
Oh. Wait, what does Shrove mean? I'm unfamiliar with that.
Shrove Tuesday.
Shrove?
It's the pancake thing, isn't it?
I'm not familiar with.
That's a
Shrove
fancy word.
Tuesday or Pancake Day is the day before Ash Wednesday, observed in many Christian countries. They're participating in confession and absolution, the ritual burning previous year's Holy Week palms, finalized with eating pancakes and other sweets.
That's
Shrove Tuesday. Keep my palms from last year. Holy smokes!
You were. That's what they make the ashes out of for Ash Wednesday.
Jeez,
really?
That
Gosh,
is.
Red, what are you up?
I mean, he's read ill repute for a reason. Yeah. He just doesn't understand what's going on.
6:45 a.m. I'll be getting those ashes on the forehead tomorrow.
Hey, real quick though,
I like the ashy thing.
Real quick though, Picard is solid. I'll say that. We're not going to talk about it.
Pretty good.
It was solid.
Nerd show.
Yeah.
Red Letter Media gave it a good review. So.
Yeah. Full of member berries, but like the good kind.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's just go around the horn here. Roth, how's it going? How was your week?
It's going good. Headed up to Steamboat at the end of the week on Friday. Not doing any skiing. I don't ski. I don't snowboard, but I like to go to those mountain towns and hang out and maybe have me a couple of Coca-Colas.
Do you toboggan?
Yeah, I'll go sledding. We're gonna do some hot tubbing.
Yeah, get in the springs, man. The springs are there, right?
You know that we did not get a reservation for the springs. And fun fact about the Strawberry Springs and Steamboat. You know what they are after dark?
What?
They are clothes optional.
Okay, so it becomes like the grotto, the Playboy grotto.
Send Red of ill repute up there.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right,
gotta hose that place off every night.
That'll be a fun
sulfur
trip.
burns
the sulfur,
away, right? Yeah, it destroys all the bacteria, hopefully, and the flesh too. But
yeah,
Melissa, what's going on? Thank you for hanging out, even though I know you do not partake in the Star Wars. Garrison, how has your week been?
It's good. I started a new job today.
Congrats!
Oh man,
I've done the most paperwork I've ever done in my life today, when I had to sign 1 billion sheets.
Yep, they want
to
sign your life
tax stuff that I still don't know how to fill out.
Dude, I was like filling it out. The lady was like, just do this
and
this. I'm like, I hope you're leading me in the right direction.
Yeah. Straight up grown. I'm like, I don't know what's a head of household deduction. I don't know what any of this is. Have any dependents? I don't know.
What's a dependent?
Yeah, then if I do it all wrong, you go to federal prison. I don't know. I'm not qualified.
How do they make it so tough? You know,
that's my favorite meme. Hey, you owe us money. Okay, how much do I owe you? We're not going to tell you.
We're not going to tell you.
Okay, well here you go. They're like, oh nope, you're wrong. Federal prison, you go.
Or in school, I learned about parallelograms. That'll come in real handy during parallelogram season.
Yeah.
Wait, now Garrison's talking about his new job. Tell us what you're doing.
No, my new job.
Do you tell us what you do, Dr. Earl?
Yeah, sure I do. It's in my name. I'm an Ipsium minor.
I didn't know.
I work at a bank, but it's okay. We don't have to go further.
Hey, I work at a bank also. Congratulations, fellow banker.
If you say finance, you make more money.
I did get a text this Saturday from a friend who landed in Wyoming, and he read as the following: landed in Wyoming, left my jacket in the bag. The airport is outside. I am in trouble.
Which I'm not going to say city. What town did he land in?
I don't know. He said he was going skiing. I didn't ask him which town.
That seems like Jackson to me would be my guess.
Oh yeah,
I'll ask him.
Oh yeah, all of our airports are outside. Are you kidding
and
me?
Roth gets really mad when you say Jackson Hole.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't airports always outside? Am I?
Well, he means like he has to walk down the.
Yeah.
He walks down the to cross.
Technically, everything is outside.
Yeah, pretty much all buildings are. What's going on?
Actually,
He's going to Jackson Hole to ski, but he's probably staying in Jackson.
But Jackson Hole's not a real city.
Not really. I mean, no, it's Jackson, Wyoming. It's a ski resort.
Yes.
All I remember from Jackson Hole is the reindeer antlers or the elk antlers. That's all I remember.
He said
where the Tetons are.
That is where the Tetons are.
Oh, they're grand.
He said hole.
Yes, they are, and
right.
It is not in Calgary, Alberta, like The Last of Us would have you think.
Oh, such a good episode. I love snow episodes. Makes me think of
snow episodes of anything.
I love Cocaine Bear.
Disambiguation for the win. Don't use them fancy law terms.
Okay, Rhett, how has your week been, sir? Have you had a good week?
Total misery. I've just given up.
I hate to hear that. It's not unexpected though.
No.
Dr. Earl, good week. Everything's cool.
I got sick yesterday.
Oh no.
Fever, body aches, chills. But then like today, it's like over. Like, I don't know. Was it just a 24-hour?
That is called a rotavirus.
Well, it wasn't like stomach stuff. It was like a cold. Like I thought I was getting COVID.
I think you
were hoping.
I just diagnosed Dr. Earl.
Yes, that's right.
That sounds
the
like
rotavirus is going around right now.
It is. Well, Noro actually, but yes, that's good.
I was
maybe
say Noro. Oh, there we go.
Whatever.
I think
it's me. I said it.
All right, let's talk about The Crossing.
Oh, what a great episode!
Not. Look, the last two episodes were really, really good.
That was the best.
This is not a filler. We do not say the word filler here. This is not what this was.
I agree.
There was some growth in that happened.
I will say the word filler, and this was not a filler.
Okay, good. Well, basically, this is they're on this mission for
Ipsium.
Yet another. I mean, we have all kinds of. We've got Ipsium. We've got all kinds of Star Wars.
Ipsium is better than unobtainium.
It feels like it is. What was it they were trying to get in Solo?
Is that coaxium or?
Yes, coaxium.
Yep.
So now we've got Ipsium, coaxium.
They're all highly volatile and are going to explode.
All highly volatile. Yes.
Can we just have any like mineral in Star Wars? It's just like, it's okay. We can
We're
normal.
We're mining for oil.
I love that they were like, "This is very highly flammable," and then they're like, "Let's send the kid up there to extract it." So they send the little girl up. I'm like, "What?" And so
right. Well,
okay, if she blows up,
she can get in small places better than
I know. And she did very well. Look, I love the extraction. I loved all that.
The extraction tools are cool. I do like that. It's this season. It seems like they can never have a successful mission.
No,
like
they've not had any mission.
Every mission is like not.
This was like a
horrible disaster. And Sid is turning bad, or I don't know what's happening with her.
No, Sid's always been a jerk.
Yeah, but this was like, I'm not going to help you at all, even though you've done all this for me. I mean, this was a weird
feel like
episode.
Kind of always been Sid though. Like Sid will take their help because they're going to help her, but she's not a good person.
I think there's going to be consequences for her this time, though. I
hope so.
Yeah, I think that they're done with her. I think this is maybe like I'm done with Sid type.
I can get help in a few days.
They only work with the other one that I can't think of her name.
Oh God.
Oh, you talking about Wanda Sykes?
Yep, they only work with Wanda Sykes' character from here on out.
Maybe. Now, was that not Wanda Sykes that stole the ship from them?
No.
She had the dreads.
It was a kid, wasn't it?
Dreads? Did she?
Yeah, well, there were dreads sticking out
there
from
was
under
dreads.
the helmet.
But they were more like alien dreads. I don't think it was.
Well, I don't know about that, but
I don't know if they were alien dreads. I'm not sure.
Now, what I don't know is if Sid stole their ship. That's possible. I've heard that rumor that maybe she's the one behind this.
Why? Why would she steal the
I
ship?
could see her hiring someone to
steal the ship, but
yeah, I don't know.
But what's the why behind that?
Yeah.
Well, that's right. She wants the Ipsium. So why?
Because she led them to a place that really was not what she said. and so that
That's
can
out.
be
He's done.
can be truth in the.
Now you grown men just keep talking about this cartoon. I'll catch up.
We'll just let him sleep on screen. Would you like to go into the green room, Rhett? So you can like get up and do. Okay,
that's good stuff. No, I love it.
Keep talking about this cartoon. Exactly. You mean the one that you enjoyed last week? Is that the cartoon that you're talking about?
Yeah. It was good. No, that was an animated.
Like how high pitched the
What
voice
you're
got.
talking about today is a cartoon.
Yes, it's a cartoon.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, look, this is it still looked good. It still looked really cool. I mean, the animation's awesome.
I don't like being reminded of coaxium.
Well,
You're welcome.
That's
Ipsium.
That's all.
Ipsium.
Ipsium was more exciting. It was more volatile.
exciting. It was very volatile. They had a Lion King scene in this one.
They
with
did.
All the elk, with all the elk running through the canyon.
Wrecker in absolute liability this episode.
Yeah, Wrecker was not
like,
on
dude,
point.
like you're not watching the ship.
They should have gotten onto Wrecker more than they got onto Tech. And this episode.
Yeah, it was weird.
Absolute liability.
But I guess
let their ship get stolen. What the heck?
I guess a lot of the point of this, at least from, well, they're thinking that if Echo had been here, everything would have been okay. Like there was a lot of that going on.
That's what Omega thinks. Yeah,
and
Yeah,
Omega is mourning Echo.
She's missing him. Yeah,
and now that ship that's her only home has been stolen.
Yeah, that's look.
That's my home. They stole it.
They stole my home.
We have to get it back.
Omega.
Now I always thought it was Omega.
Well, it's Omega,
yeah,
but
well,
she's
Australian.
She said, Rebecca.
My name's Omega.
Omega.
The actress portraying her is from New Zealand, I think, isn't she?
Excuse me.
I don't know.
Look, the Kiwis, whatever.
Kiwis. That's racist.
It's not racist.
That's what they call themselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
My God.
We just lost our whole Kiwi.
What we call Hawaiians? Do you just call them the pineapples?
Oh gosh. Okay. So I mean,
there's a storm coming.
Yes, a bad storm. A dust storm.
So they have to jump into another mine.
Storm.
Rock throwing storm, yeah.
Don't they lose the coaxium at that moment?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
you mean the Ipsium?
Ipsium.
You're not
I'm a miner. I don't even know what I'm mining.
You don't even know what you're doing.
Tech drops it this time, and a rock hits it, and it blows up, and it blows up. Perfectly blocks the door.
Seals them.
It was
off.
a comedy of errors. They were just like all over the place. If only Echo had been there.
And his one arm really would have been able to help.
It's one arm.
But
his
again,
arm that has
Echo
the R2D2 thing on the end.
Echo kind of fills the tech role in a way. Like you can split him up, and they can both be Tech, basically.
Yeah.
But I like Tech. But I like that they're building Tech's character.
I do too, because it's severely needed.
Especially because like Echo can do all of the things that Tech can do, but he's also has a personality. Tech is a computer right now.
Well, he's also got several more episodes of
for sure. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's why I think it's a good thing that they removed Echo from the bat for a while.
He's got to go join Ahsoka somewhere.
The rebellion.
Yes, the rebellion. Yeah. He'll be back.
He'll be back.
Finding the flint to light the fire to start the hearts of the rebellion.
And what year is this? Where is this Where is this stuck in the timeline?
Like 2 or 3 years after Sith.
BBY. I don't know.
BBY.
Way before Endor.
This is like 18 BBY, 17 BBY.
The first season
seems
was
like in Andor that the rebellion is just getting started. It doesn't even have a name. It's just kind of
I mean, same thing with Rebels too.
Yeah,
and Solo.
Yeah, Rebels also.
Don't forget Solo, Rhett.
Yeah, I do.
Important in the canon.
Until somebody brings up coaxium, and then Empty Nest or whatever her name is.
Infus Nest.
Infus.
A stupid name.
Stupid name, stupid character. Otherwise, I like the movie.
It sounded like her mom was more interesting. I mean, because she was like, my mom started the rebellion. And we never got to meet her mom.
I've seen
she
that
said something
twice.
like that.
I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
Yeah, I saw it twice. I haven't seen it since opening night. Saw it twice, and that's it.
I bought the Target exclusive Blu-ray.
Oh. I do. I also have the 4K Target exclusive.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one.
No, that's
just the standard.
I just got the standard one.
That's You might as well just throw that.
These guys don't get out of bed for 1080p.
No, yeah, for real.
This was before I even knew what 4K was. Here's the 3D version of Force Awakens for a guy who's never had 3D.
I don't.
I got that right over there.
Whoa,
That's
my 3D Samsung TV right now.
I don't know.
Well, I don't use that. That's a feature that goes unused.
Yeah. So just to give you at least the IMDb example, so Truth and Consequences, which is episode 8, 9.1. That's pretty high for IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The Crossing, 7.1.
Yeah, and that's about right.
That's about right. It's fair.
I would, definitely not the lowest rated of the season.
No, it's not a bad
that would
episode.
belong to Entombed so far.
I was going to try to defend this episode from criticism of being a filler, but then everyone came in and was like, "Oh, it's not a filler."
I didn't find it a filler because there was some good character development.
Well, that's the thing. I think it is a filler in the narrative sense, and it doesn't progress the story at all that we've been following so far. But it does grow the characters, and that's important for this series. And there are a lot of filler episodes where there's a little bit of growth, but you're kind of like you're like reaching to say that, to be like, oh, Filoni's got a master plan, or whoever's running the show, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
I was listening to somebody talk about Picard today, and they pointed out
that's the wrong chat. This is the wrong chat.
No, but they were comparing it to the Next Generation and the difference in episodic TV. Where
how it's changed.
Next Generation was every episode was a standalone episode.
It's finished.
They were all filler. That's how all TV shows were back then.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You're right.
We demand a season-long arc in everything,
even our cartoons.
Well, like we can't just have a TV show about a group of people and they kind of villain of the week, kind of problem of the week kind of thing.
X-Files did that really well. Where they would have,
but they had a lot of lore episodes, but they had a lot that were absolutely nothing. That they just and I think that worked, and I think that is lost on TV today, unless you have like a sitcom, but or a Law and Order or something like that.
A procedural,
procedural.
Even a lot of the sitcoms though too are progressing a story constantly.
Yeah, you're right.
Man, throwing some shade at old man Patrick Stewart.
He sounds
you can
show some respect.
Then I feel like he is. Like I on that
he
show.
may be ill.
You can hear it in Multiverse of Madness too. It even sounds bad.
Yeah, that was
he sounded very frail.
He is aged. But he sounds like I don't know. I don't know. I won't dwell on Picard. I won't hijack it. But anyway, all that to say that you're talking about filler episodes, and that's people feel those now because our expectation is season long arcs and everything.
TV shows did not used to be a story being told over the entire show.
That's right, because that way you could shoot them and put them in.
In any
order you want.
That was part of it too.
There's actually something interesting that happens with some of the shows that started to do that, and they started to premiere out of order. And The Prisoner,
Firefly, everything's scattered on Firefly, and
The Prisoner, the old show with what's his name, the guy who was going to be Bond, whatever. That premiered out of order. And
still?
Huh?
What? Who?
No. Patrick McGowan.
Yeah. LaForge.
Whoa.
I know that last name, LaForge.
Why are you bringing that?
Hey, what's so weird is that actress playing Geordie LaForge's daughter, but later Geordie LaForge, LeVar Burton's real daughter is in the show.
I know, isn't that weird?
Playing somebody else.
Yeah, it's so strange.
Why did they cast her?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Maybe she's not a good actress or something. I
think she's like a little bit part off on the side.
Yeah, a little bit part. That's like Stallone's daughter is in his show that his Tulsa King. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I bet she's good.
No, she sounds just like her. It's really weird. It's like her cadence.
Yo, Dad.
Her cadence is just like her dad's. It's really. It was off-putting. Yeah, look, Brian's impressed. Brian is a big Anglophile. Is that what you say? Is that?
I'm a huge Prisoner fan, by the way.
That's a good show.
When you say Patrick McGowan, are you talking about like the old actor from?
Yeah.
Who else would he? There is no other. When you say this person's name, that is this person. Are you talking about the same Patrick McGowan?
Well, I mean, that's like I've never seen an episode of that show. How would you?
Oh,
that's from
really?
the 60s.
My dad showed me that show growing up. So.
Yeah, I had to watch it. I had to watch it as a kid.
Yeah. I loved The Prisoner. Yeah, and the remake was not as good.
I am not a number. I'm a free man. Yeah.
Who was in the remake? Was that? It was somebody.
Oh yeah,
big.
I never watched that. Oh. It was on Sci-Fi though. I know that.
Oh, who was that? Was it the guy that played Jesus
Maybe
in Passion of the Christ? Was it that guy?
Are you talking about
like 2005 or something?
It was 2005 is when it came out. Yeah, something along those lines.
No, sorry, 9.
What's his name?
Jim Caviezel. Yeah,
it was Jim Caviezel.
Yeah.
Look at that pool. Look at that pool.
Jim
I couldn't
Caviezel,
remember his name.
Who is in one of my favorite films, that one about radio.
Frequency.
Yes, Frequency. Yeah, I love Frequency.
That's his favorite radio movie.
I prefer Radio. I like Radio.
Oh, I love Radio.
Radio.
That movie gets crap, but I love that film.
Hey, Ruth Wilson was in that Prisoner too. I like Ruth Wilson.
Yeah, I do too. That Prisoner unfortunately was not good because I like Caviezel, but it was
ill-advised.
6.1. That's not even. That's a point lower than this Crossroads.
That's a point lower than.
That's a point lower than Entombed.
Way to bring it back, Rhett. Even though you haven't even seen the episode, we're supposed.
Well,
to
he's the one that got us off track, so I think it's only right.
Can we
that
talk about
on track? That was on topic.
Can we bring it back to the relationship between Tech?
Back to coaxium.
Entombed, by the way, is the lowest rated Bad Batch episode. Season 1 and 2.
Yeah. Season 1 and 2?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It was a crappy episode, but I mean, that's saying something. This ends up being a 2-parter though, because we're gonna get the next episode. They're still stuck on the planet. Because
what if they're not though? That'd be very funny. They're just like, oh no, they got off.
I would not like that. No, I would not like that. They don't.
They won't do that.
No,
or the next episode takes place like 10 years before that, like, and they just go back to the Clone Wars style, and like it's just completely random.
10 years ago, here we are. that announcement.
Yeah, Tom Kane's stroked out. He can't.
Why do we don't need to bring that up?
Do that. Do the voice.
Not in a bad way.
Post-stroke.
I'm not doing that.
Too soon.
No.
Too soon. Counting down the new year.
Oh, they steal the Razor Crest. That'd be some nice synergy there.
And then the people that bought the Razor Crest can be like, "Oh, thank the Lord, it's
the maker,
back.
the maker."
So are we gonna have like Mandalorian do a couple episodes in the middle of this, and then we'll eventually come back to
Baby Yoda will show up in a couple. Yeah,
Baby Yoda's
Grogu.
It's Grogu, sir.
Yeah.
Grogu.
No, it's Baby Yoda.
He makes a decision that changes the narrative.
Fall out of your chair.
Episode of Bad Batch.
No,
nobody ever watching the Mandalorian ever figures out.
I was just thinking of Tom Kane doing the Yoda voice today.
No, don't. No, that's wrong.
Do it.
Wrong. Don't do that. What is wrong with you people?
Hey, real quick, let me go back to something from last week.
Okay.
TOPs. They prefer to be called LPs, literally.
Yeah, they do. Little people.
So LP, like TLP, is not that far off.
They're smaller versions of little people. They're the
Isn't
really
LP like a medical term?
Yeah, they're like no, I get
tiny
it.
little people.
Well, I wanted to clarify that was not totally out of the blue. That's actually a preferred.
So it's like tiny little people holding hands. Tiny little people holding hands. It's a good song.
That's a great shiny happy people. I'm with you.
Shiny happy people. Yeah, exactly.
Tiny little people. Really,
it's a live parody. Live parody right there for you.
Yeah, that's a.
Weird Al, call me.
Weird Al. Give him a call.
So she finds a new vein of Ipsium. She's going to go mine it. And then, of course, she falls into darkness.
Why are you laughing?
And Tech goes after her.
What? Hey, look, that's fine. That's fine because we only have 88, so that's fine. They can drop if they want to.
I'm saying I'm glad he at least used the plural.
You can drop if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting to me that the Bad Batch themselves fell apart so quick, except for Hunter. He kind of wasn't arguing a lot, but Tech and Wrecker, they just like everything falls apart for them. They like start arguing with each other.
They need Echo there to be the stabilizer.
But it happened so quickly. Like the first mission without Echo, they completely fall apart. And they're
blocked by rubble, so they've got to and he's mad at the dude for dropping the Ipsium, right?
Yeah.
Wrecker.
Then poor Omega. She's like emotionally scarred and Tech's like yelling at her.
No, Tech. I loved how he just said, well, we've lost people before. We'll
I know,
survive.
exactly. He has no emotion.
No.
He's being a realistic adult.
He's being
Omega's
an adult.
Got to grow up. No,
she's got to pick it up. She was like, I'm so sad because if only Echo was here, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, we've lost people before. We'll move on.
It is only a ship.
Yes, it's only a ship.
We'll find a different one.
We'll find another.
And she's like, that's my home. And then she wanders off.
What about, wait, what's the stupid power droid's name? What about
L33, what?
No, the
Gonky.
What about Gonky?
There's no way it's called Gonky. Is that
dead.
real?
Gonky's dead.
Gonky.
Gonky.
Eddie Murphy's going to start voicing Gonky.
Gonky. Hello, Gonky.
What was that? Was that Gandhi?
Gonky? No, I was trying to do Mike Myers doing.
It really did sound
like you were
like
doing
Gandhi. Gandhi.
Well,
Gonky.
Has Gonky even done anything this season?
There's another.
No.
There's another billion people will be tuning in.
We just offended another round.
Our numbers in India are tanking. But
it's not doing good. This is
maybe only in certain territory. I mean, you got to understand. There's a lot of different.
Hey, this is about a 7.1. This is about a 7.1. Last week was a 9.1. We're running at about a 7.1 right now. It's fine. It happens. But and her little stuffed animal. I mean, she's lost that's all she knew outside of her original home. So yeah, it affects kids when that type of thing, when they feel like they've lost everything. Tech needs to be more compassionate. But
he learns. That's the whole point of this episode that he admits to her when they get down into the.
Well, I mean, Hunter kind of has to tell him, "Go after her, you nincompoop." I mean, it's like.
And she learns about Tech as well. She learns that, like, even though Tech talks like a computer, he has emotions somewhere really, really deep down.
Because he told her
never
so.
show.
He telegraphed it. He said, I have different ways of experiencing loss.
I like to do math when I feel sad.
That's something.
He's like Ben Affleck in The Accountant. It's all numbers for him. He's just like writing numbers everywhere. And
we are down to 4 people. Yeah, or 5 people. But they fall into a big hole, and then they end up. Thankfully, they didn't die.
That was the Goonies part of the episode when they fall down into the hole and they go.
There was a lot of they've had a lot of Tomb Raider episodes.
A lot of callback. Yeah, there's a lot.
Lion
King, Goonies. It looked to me like the beginning of Last Crusade. Some of the landscape shots.
I can see that. Kind of like the Moab
with River Phoenix. That part.
Yes. The Moab Desert's still out there. It's fine. Oh, River.
Dude, he used to be my favorite. River was awesome.
I prefer Leaf, but
you mean Joaquin?
I call him by his given.
How did they get out of the cave?
You can't dead name him like that, Garrison.
Wow. There's another.
There's another 3 people that won't subscribe.
Exactly.
So they get out somehow, but I don't remember. Do they?
They just get out through the Goonies area, and they use some of the Ipsium to blow up that.
Okay, they did use the Ipsium.
If we use a small amount of Ipsium, it will blow up the canyon. I mean, it was like something like that.
They get to the town, and nobody's at the town. It's deserted.
Yeah.
Which then the episode was over, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that town was deserted. That was kind of weird. I mean, what?
We'll find out next week.
I mean, it seems like a mining planet would have a pretty big population of people on it, but there was nobody.
Mikey, they want you to ask these questions.
I'm asking them.
They thought they were going to get another ship there, right? So they go to the town.
That's why they. Yeah, well, they figured they would get passage, at least passage. Yeah, they would find Han and Chewie hanging out and at least get passage for.
Ooh, maybe that's going to be.
Credits? Was it 2,000? 10,000 credits.
No one watches New Hope, Mikey.
Oh, jeez! How dare you? Wow.
Nobody watches A New Hope. What?
I'm joking. He was just going on and no one was responding. So I just was like, nobody watches New Hope. Mike.
Well, I wasn't responding because at first I thought you were talking about how much
the Bad
Batch thought it was going to cost. And I'm like, I have no memory of
that. No, I can't remember the exact amount in A New Hope because I barely Star Wars anymore.
He goes, was it 10,000 credits?
Yeah, and another 15.
For that, I could buy my own ship.
Yeah, another 15. I do remember.
That's right, and that's how you from a standpoint of the West End role playing game. That's how everything they use those numbers to figure out how everything costs.
And no questions.
A speeder was like 2,000 credits, and then it just went up from there. But
what did Luke sell his speeder for?
Ooh.
That should be a trivia question.
Ooh.
Was it
5?
I was going to say 5 as well.
You don't ask a trivia question and not know the answer.
I said that should be a trivia question.
Somebody go to ChatGPT.
Let me get my DK book real quick.
How much did the hyperdrive cost for the Nubian starship?
Nobody watches episode.
Nubian.
Nobody watches.
I agree, Mikey.
Stop waving your hand like that. What is that? What are you going to go? Jedi mind trick.
No good here.
I'm gonna get me some falafel.
Now we just lost our Italian.
No, that's not Italian.
Not Italian.
That's not Italian.
Not Italian.
Not Italian.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Here we go. Fett. I knew. See,
we got new comments. Fett brings it. 2,000 up front.
15 after.
Yes. See, I knew 15 was right. Rhett, you're on the money. Good job.
And he said 2,000.
I could buy my own ship for that. Yeah, who's gonna fly it, kid? You
fly it, kid.
I'm not such a bad pilot myself, We don't have to.
I'm not a bad
And then that's when he puts the hand on his arm.
That was Cartman doing Luke.
I'm not such a bad pilot myself.
You don't have to.
All right, is this episode over yet? Can we get the Bad Batch?
No, Dr. Earl, this is the Star Wars radio drama. We are going to reenact all of the new
as South Park characters.
Star Wars radio questions
for us.
We're going to do it all.
I'm here to rescue you.
Oh my God, you killed Kenobi.
Oh my gosh.
I see where we're going.
This is what happens when you have a filler episode. No.
Is this a filler episode?
A Deucecast read through as South Park? That'd be tough.
Oh, man.
I can only do I can't. I can't. I mean, that is what this is. So
then you can take filler out and just say this is an episode of the Deucecast.
Exactly.
Every episode's filler. What do we?
Dave's at Disney again. We're just going to release this episode as a podcast episode. It's a day that ends at Y. So
we're not editing out any of the stupid things we said.
Yeah, no.
We're not editing anything.
If it were monetized, it would immediately be demonetized.
Oh yeah. There's no monetization here ever. There won't ever be. You have to hit like 5,000 hours and 100,000 or 4,000 subscribers or something like that. So no, that ain't ever gonna happen. But I don't dream big enough, I guess.
No, that's probably for the best.
That is probably
the algorithm to send this out into the world.
No. Okay, The Crossing. Anything else on The Crossing? I mean, we only did 30 minutes.
I love the score.
Melissa's.
Yeah,
Look, the score was good. It was a nice call, like Ennio Morricone. I mean, it was a lot of elements.
Who?
Ennio Morricone. Morricone. Yeah.
Morricone. You said I know Morricone. I'm following you.
Ennio. It's probably Ennio. I'm probably saying that wrong.
Ennio Morricone.
There you go.
Yep. So.
You guys and your accents. You know where it started going off track was Wakanda Forever. That's when the accents start to like, oh no, everybody else gotta stop.
I know. I'm speaking a little Quechuan for you guys.
Quechua?
Quechua.
That's what I put on my hamburgers.
Are we ready for the 1923? Though?
Hey, Brian, are we missing anything? What else in this happened in this episode? I don't even remember. Somebody in the chat tell me what happened in this episode.
We covered it.
I know there really wasn't much
opening
else.
Western music rocks. Wrecker is a bit of a liability this episode. Sid is a scumbag.
Yeah, Sid. I guess we could have gotten more into that, but
Sid wasn't going to send a ship. I was like, what the world?
I don't understand. Like, I understand what you were saying earlier, Garrison, that she has been kind of a jerk like throughout all these episodes, but this is really like her coming out front and saying, "This is not happening. I'm not sending you a ship. Peace out." I mean, that's a little more bold than she's usually been.
But I think she's always just using them. Kind of
once a Trandoshan, always a Trandoshan.
You can't trust them.
You cannot.
I don't know that I'm a speciesist, but
I am. They're lucky they didn't bring Gunji to her.
Gunji,
the
That's
Wookiee
right.
from
the Wookiee.
Oh, the Wookiee. Yeah, she would. Yeah, she would have sold that Wookiee so fast. Yeah, that
probably would have.
He's a Jedi.
Skinned him right there.
Empire would have paid a lot of money.
He's not a fan of the Trandoshans.
No. And you shouldn't be. You shouldn't. Apparently, you should never trust a Trandoshan. We were all lured into trusting her, and now she's really showing her true Trandoshan.
She was so
self.
fun and sweet, and talked like Rhea Perlman. We were so excited to.
I was
lured. Don't worry. In the High Republic, Skisar is a good Trandoshan. Although he has some,
like that, right?
He has some issues.
All their planets are like one biome, all their species are like, if that's a bad guy, if there's one bad guy from your species,
they're all called Greedos, and they're all bounty hunters.
All Greedos, all losers.
All Greedos are bad.
How do we feel about rocks?
Like what's his name? Rocky? I don't remember his name.
Like the guy from the like Geode from the
Geode, Geode. Geode. I have put High Republic behind me. I have not continued reading the High Republic books. So the Acolyte, I will step back into the High Republic when the Acolyte comes out, if it ever actually comes out. They filmed it.
Twilight of Star Wars in more than one way.
We'll see what happens with the Acolyte. It could be good. It could be good.
It could be.
Hey, producer Sean, how's it going?
Go on his YouTube page. Click his name right now. Check out all the videos.
Yes, they're all great. I have.
Oh, no.
Wait, go on his YouTube page?
No, don't.
There's a lot of great videos on there.
No, there's no good videos on his YouTube page.
Incredible videos. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Producer Sean Sharp.
Producer Sean Sharp. Yeah, exactly. So
videos,
I was trying to stall to give Melissa time to get it. She was in the chat earlier, and so I assumed that maybe she'd be paying attention so she could get in here so we could talk about 1923. So I was trying to stall a little bit.
She's one of those people who unsubscribed.
I know, exactly. We lost another one, guys.
He's like, I can't go on the show and talk about this episode with these guys. These goons.
I've got a podcast now, and it's got a reputation to uphold.
Right. She's got food for
3
thought.
days away.
I'm excited. I'm ready for food.
2 days away.
Yeah, this episode will. Oh wait, when is it? Just a couple days away.
Days away. Yeah.
Food for thought, right?
23rd, maybe. I don't know.
I'm ready.
I think it's the 23rd. Yeah, that's what I wrote down.
Nice. Hey, Rhett, do you have a podcast?
Nope.
You're the only white person in America that doesn't.
This is not
about
true.
me?
Rhett is on CTI.
Rhett is on CTI.
Earl, you're on the Deucecast. You have a podcast.
That's right. That's right.
We're dying to record. We would do it every week. But
Michael tried to blame you guys.
I gave you guys my availability. If you really want to record,
yeah, I'm for it.
Let me know.
We never went into it with an agenda or any idea what we would talk about, and we would get 120 minutes out of it every time anyway.
It won't be live ever. There will never be a live episode.
It needs to be.
He's got to edit a couple things out of the episode.
Oh, good. Melissa's here.
Hey, Melissa.
We bring some class into
realism.
I don't know. Hold your judgment on that. Yes, it's the 23rd, the Food for Thought cast. It premieres. Yeah. You guys were like, I don't know where she is, and every time I'm running a little bit late, the computer's like, I have to update. I'm like, dude,
of course,
they always need to update. I probably need to be updating this one.
That's how they get you.
My Zoom had to update the other day.
Let's keep you on the grid.
Are we okay to put the crossing to bed?
I thought it was already to bed. I thought it was like under the covers.
Sean is in two places at once. How is this possible? Like and subscribe. Oh, you can listen to his shout out to Melissa from Fatmatic.
Hi, Fatmatic.
Well, Fatmatic, unfortunately, we're about to transition from Star Wars to 1923. So did you have a final thought?
Yeah, my final thought is I'm going because I have a job at 8 a.m. and
you're starting your new job.
What, you think you're better than us?
Well, I'm
I got a job at 8 a.m. too.
I need sleep.
He's going to get his 8 hours in. He's only in his early to mid 20s.
Right, it's 10:39 here, and the job is a 30-minute drive. I mean, it's tough, and I got to.
This was a pretty raw episode, Garrison. You probably need to go into bed.
You know what?
This was an adult
not for the children. This episode is not for children. Anyways,
man, it wasn't for adults either.
No,
for
anybody.
It was too much.
Garrison, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at GRYFUN3. GRyfin3 there on Instagram, and on Letterboxd at GRyfin, where I am watching the Deucecast Deucey nominations because I have those. Ha, you guys suck. Anyway, I don't know how to end this.
So
I'm
rude.
gonna
wrap it up.
Come in and talk with you.
Huh?
And where can they find you at work to come in and talk?
Sean, why are you working, Sean?
I'm confused. What?
What a question to ask somebody. Why are you working?
Well, who works at 9:40?
Bills.
Why are you reading when we're having great conversation?
Sorry, no, my bad. I was distracted by the chat.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Sean, I appreciate your grind. You keep working.
He's protecting us. He's in cybersecurity, and he's protecting all of you right now.
Well, you
need him on that wall.
Bring more viewers here through like cybersecurity.
The algorithm.
Yeah.
Bring some of those dark web people over to the show.
That's just what we need.
Those are
Garrison. Any last words, Garrison?
Yeah. So if you want me to leak the Deucey nominations, just pay me some money.
Scoop.
Behind the paywall.
Give me your Venmo right now.
Wait, before you leave.
What's your Cash App, Rafe? And I'm on it.
I'll tell you one of them. I'll give you a little.
If you say Top Gun Maverick, I'm gonna be not happy.
The Pez Outlaw is definitely a Deucey nomination.
There you go. Thank you. That's just a little taste.
Yep.
Tomorrow you'll hear.
Wait, Jacob, did you just say you would not be happy if Top Gun Maverick got nominated for
No,
something?
if that's the one that he leaks.
Yeah,
because that's an obvious.
I was like,
yeah, that's an obvious. Yeah, I was gonna say what.
We know somebody who wouldn't be unhappy, but
no, I just named it.
I know it's going to be nominated for like multiple different categories. That's why I didn't want that one to be the one.
Okay. 1923. Yep. What was this garbage of an episode called? No, it wasn't all bad.
It
wasn't.
The rule.
There
the
was one good
rated episode so far.
The what?
Oh, is it?
Best rated?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hank, I'll go ahead, guys. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Oh my gosh.
She must have to walk her dog.
Yeah, we better
this is the lowest rated.
She's away.
Or she's having to work. Oh yeah, I thought you said best rated. No, this is the low. Holy cow, they had a 9.1 episode.
No, it's the best rated.
The 9.1 was the
lowest.
One where they all got shot.
Yeah, lowest.
7.9, I think, right?
7.9.
Yeah. Oh, this is the lowest rate. Oh,
that's not wise. Okay, that's confusing for them to have their penultimate episode of the season be this episode. It doesn't make much sense. That's very un-Sheridan-like.
Well, I think it might have. Well, let's go around the horn. We'll talk and see what.
Are you back?
Sorry, dudes. Like, who knocks on the door at 9:42 at night? I just
Sean Sharp,
murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
who was it?
I don't think so.
You need help.
I don't think
so.
Wait,
what's going on?
Wait,
what's going on?
What's happening?
He was gonna.
Did you just, Garrison? Did you just knock on Melissa's? Did Garrison just knock on Melissa's door?
Is he in your house? What's going on?
I said I'll be back in a second.
He's in the house.
What's happening?
Hey, what is going on?
Is this Scream 6?
He's a replicant.
Garrison's just.
You're gonna wake your parents up. You're gonna wake your parents up, young man.
I was gonna fill it. That's all I was trying to do. I was just
okay. Bye.
Your time is over, sir.
Oh man.
Your time is up.
Hey, to the point of this being the penultimate episode and being weak, it left me, thinking about the series as a whole to this point, and realizing that, and it left me with a sense of negativity about the whole thing.
It
like,
left me with a sense of negativity about the entire Yellowstone universe.
Well, yeah, but like 7.
Yeah, Jacob, you really should feel that.
And you think back, and there have been a couple of great moments. The monologue from
last episode,
Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford had a couple of good scenes. I've enjoyed the romance between Spencer and Alex.
Yep.
But other than that,
well, there wasn't much Spencer and Alex in this.
Not a lot of anything that has happened this season that has been very good. And that's what they did.
You're breaking Michael's
having
heart.
This episode be weak, it made me it painted the whole series.
The whole series. I understand.
That's fair.
And it set my expectations for the finale really low. I don't know.
You're breaking Michael's heart.
No. I feel kind of the same way. I mean, this was a weak episode that was confusing. If they, I mean, and I know we're jumping all around already, or I'm about to, but if Alex leaves Spencer because she saw what's his face,
so stupid.
I'm gonna be so mad.
There was zero reason for that, and I was very disappointed that
Alexandra,
all the time we spent on the native stuff and the papal posse and all the right, like I was just waiting for an opportunity. I was thinking about it all day. So all the time we spent on that, I mean, you got to take your shot, right? All the time we spent on that could have been that much time on those two. It would have been so much better.
Right.
It was just a book. It was just a bookend, and it sucked.
Yeah, well, that doesn't bother me. The papal posse stuff. I mean, it bothers me only because it's upsetting scenes, right? It's things that piss me off. Like that dude punching her on the ground. I'm like, somebody brutally murdered these people. Like it made me, coming right up on Fat Tuesday, and I'm it made me real anti-Catholic for the night.
Papal Posse was
don't
Roth's,
fall into Taylor
rap
Sheridan's
in
trap.
high school.
That's right, Jacob. That's right.
Don't fall into.
That's a fair point too. That's I hope to gosh that's overdone a little bit because the sniveling
I think it is
villain stuff there is just disgusting. And
the guy's like, you will be.
Yeah,
the way he was giving that big speech to that one kid that they just
it's not fair. It's unfortunate that they're doing that.
I'm interested in her character, and obviously, knowing
I'm not.
where she goes down the road. Like
she's in Rainwater. I'm interested in it.
Yeah, I'd like to see that play out, but the way it's so brutal and almost gratuitous, like gratuitously.
It seemed horrific,
Oh man. I mean, it was horrific. That rock scene. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, I mean that's like you stand up and applaud her for that. Like I'm like, hooray!
Well, yeah, at that point,
but just them the way they brutalize
no peace.
Hey, doggy.
No peace.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the other thing that I found gratuitous was the beginning. And now listen, I like to think I'm not a prude about a lot of that kind of stuff, and I appreciate adult-oriented fare. I thought the prostitute nudity was a little much.
It was unnecessary.
So I had read. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt somebody.
No,
go ahead. You didn't.
I had read like a brief recap, like a synopsis, and this was one of the days where. So I had gone. I had a short day at work, and I had was going to make a double feature today. So I was going to go see Infinity Pool, and I had like an hour and a half break, and I saw Cocaine Bear, and then I made it home I made it home at like 8:30, and I was like, I have enough time to watch it, and then they'll be in the extra, and I'll do it, right? So I didn't make it through Infinity Pool for a lot of the same reasons. Was like, oh, that's just I can't do it. And then to come home and watch this, I was like,
you walked out of that. Oh, wow.
Crap! Yes, I walked out of it, but then I came home to this, and I also don't consider myself a prude, but I was like, that's enough. That's enough.
There's a time and place. There's a time and place for it where that kind of nudity it does advance. It can be used in a way that advances the story. That I thought was gratuitous. It didn't advance the plot.
Yeah, for nothing.
When what's his name?
Timothy
Dalton comes in, and he's even worse, right? Like it was just
sicko.
It established that he was evil, I guess, but it wasn't even that evil. It wasn't.
I was waiting for him to pull out his crossbow and shoot the hookers in the face like Joffrey did.
hit her with the belt buckle end or something. Like I thought it was going to be bad. And I guess it was, and it's abusive, but it just wasn't extreme. And listen, the whole time, like him pouring, first of all, that brunette, have you ever seen anyone overact?
I was just going to say they both needed to eat a sandwich.
Yeah. I think probably 20s, flapper type girls.
They were wayfish. I was just like, wait a minute. I thought they were curvy at some point.
Yeah. But anyway. But listen, look, pouring champagne on her and the way her arch her back to the point of breaking like it's the most erotic thing that had ever happened was a little overdone.
It was really cold.
All I could think of was, good gosh, talk about sleeping in the wet spot. He just poured champagne on the bed. Who's going to clean that up?
You're just an old man, dude.
I was horrified by that.
They don't have washers.
He might have a washer.
He may. That's true.
Brett's like, there's 2 naked prostitutes on my bed. Oh, the champagne's on my bed.
So I thought that was overdone. It seems so unnecessary, and it's like it's this shot over the bow. Like, you know what? I'm not on network TV.
Right.
Not on cable TV. This is streaming. I can look what I can do, and it contributed nothing. It ruined it. This isn't a family show. There aren't a lot of kids sitting around watching this.
No.
It does alienate some portion of your audience that just doesn't expect that out of it. And look, I say that, and I did not have as much a problem when Spencer and Alex were out on the beach. It
was tasteful.
Right.
It was very brief.
It was different.
And contextually, like it's telling their story. This wasn't a story I felt like needed to be told.
I was like, is this Littlefinger? Are we in Game of Thrones?
Right. Yeah. It meant nothing. It meant nothing to the story. They could have had Banner pouring a glass of milk from the refrigerator and had him being arrested then, and it would have shown the same thing. He's living this lavish life. Like, it would have shown the exact same thing.
And I don't, even him having prostitutes there, like, you could have done it in a way that
a little fast, brief.
It was suggestive, that was just not so overt. And I know that makes me sound like this, this pathetic old prude, and I'm really not, but it did take me out of it, and I thought it was gratuitous and just too much. It wasn't story relevant, and it felt stupid.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean,
it put me in a bad mood for the whole episode.
It did. It put me in a bad mood for the whole episode, and the episode didn't do much. I mean, there wasn't much happening in the episode. Right. Also,
what's your name?
Sorry, are you back, Melissa?
I was like,
what is going on?
Got it.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, you were frozen for a while, so I took you out for a little bit to let your computer catch up. But it's still
can't
frozen.
See her video. Can anybody else see her video?
No.
Okay.
I'll leave and come back.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened in this episode? The girl baked a cake, and they got Banner arrested.
There wasn't anything really that
she
happened.
was really bad at using whipping the batter.
Yeah. Get the lumps out.
I will say, in that scene when Harrison Ford comes in, he's really charming in that. That was a good piece of acting.
He was.
I thought so too. Yeah. That is fair. That's fair.
I agree.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Good now.
Yeah. You're good now. Yeah, you're much better now.
A whole jug of lemonade. Good heavens.
Hydrate. It's important.
It is important to hydrate. Yeah, I wish Harrison Ford had been in it more. I mean, he's certainly, like, from a health-wise position, he's like walking normal now. So we understand that he's kind of like back to his old self again at this point. They're not going to continue to complain about, or he won't continue to complain about being shot up.
About getting too much sunlight.
Yeah, exactly.
So the guy married to Elizabeth, what's his name again? Jake or
Jack.
I can't keep up with all of them. Okay. So now that Dabney Coleman is in his wife's belly, we don't know that.
Probably Dabney
Coleman. We know that. That's Dabney Coleman.
We think it is.
That could be Kevin Costner. He could be Dabney Coleman.
No, it's got to be Dabney.
Yeah.
What
that means is that Jack does not have to survive.
That's right. He's going to die.
Yes,
I think he's dying next episode. That's
true.
He's out of the equation for sure.
Well, I don't know.
He could make it another season, but I think he's not going to make it through the. Well, no, there's not. Is there a second season?
There's a second season. Yes.
And you end up with Spencer running the farm, running the ranch until Dabney Coleman gets old enough, because Harrison Ford can't. He may not survive this either. He may literally
the winner.
he may literally, yeah. No, he'll be, I don't know. I think that if he survived the machine
don't tell
gun,
me about that government. I don't want to hear about
That was that's the part that I would like to talk about at some point here. The politics at the table part.
Go ahead.
Because it was at first I was like, this is
that made me mad
entertaining scene. Like the Calvin Coolidge stuff. Oh, like why do you bring the grizzly bears from Mexico? That's funny. Like, hey, we got a whole bunch here in Montana. But then when Jack asks about right and wrong, Jacob says you can't think that way. Only think about what's good for the ranch. It's stupid. This is
That's terrible.
I said it earlier when we were covering the Yellowstone stuff. Taylor Sheridan is setting this up like it's The Sopranos, where the family of the Sopranos are the bad guys, the Duttons are the bad guys. This is not. It makes me very frustrated.
Jacob, we're out. Let's go.
Well, I don't mind, but I don't know. That's okay. I
love The Sopranos, but that's not how it was before. He's changing it on us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I get that too. Yeah, it seems like a little bit of a leaning a little hard into it, a little bit of a turn. But conceptually, I don't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be exactly the characterization that everybody was expecting of it, and that's look, when you subvert expectations, that can sometimes that gets you.
Well, what I really took away from that scene was when he makes the remark, he's like, of all the things that disturb you about that headline, like when they're talking about the bear, that kind of like snark, I was just like, that's a glimpse forward, that's like a flash forward to all the other conversations that happen around the table, and I thought it was kind of cool, actually.
Oh, for sure, that part I liked. It was up until
I was like,
Jack's
well, that's
what
Costner.
about right?
That's...
Like, aren't we supposed to be worried about right and wrong? Everything before that, I really liked the conversations.
I mean,
it was fun. It was fun.
I get where you're coming from too, and I think I probably in that moment just didn't even. It wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah, it for Sheridan to be like, nope, this is me officially saying the Duttons do not care about morality. I think is
selfish. Yeah.
He's been promoting this the whole time,
and it's something that the Sopranos didn't do. Like the Sopranos,
they cared about.
They never said. Like Tony was never like, no, don't worry about doing the wrong thing. Do whatever. He was a family man, and that's where the Yellowstone is not able to do, because Taylor Sheridan is not the Sopranos guy. David Chase.
No, he's not.
He's not as talented as he is.
No offense, Mike.
They're romanticizing this notion of ranching, where we are to believe that it is pure and holy, and that no matter what you have to do to ensure that ranching continues in this very specific, non-profitable way, that it's all justified, right? And I don't buy that. I'm down here. I've lived in the suburbs my whole life. I'm certainly not out too rural, and certainly not on a farm. So I don't have the same affection for it that some would. I don't see the same glamour in it that there may be, but he seems like it seems overdone when you start thinking about, well, that's a gold mine up there, those are pretty good. An airport's pretty nice. What if we did put a road through here? That sure would help a lot of people. What if we did bring some jobs and tourism?
You sound like a California person.
Well, maybe, but and listen, I wish that place would float off into the Pacific. But they may have a couple of decent points here. Like maybe it's not all that bad if you lose some of that land, because you're really not doing anything with it anyway. And
what's wrong with a few mines? Come on,
you can't maintain it without murder and all these other things. Maybe it's not right that you're doing it at all.
With the train station.
That's exactly right, because. And the reason that it comes off as, well, that doesn't make sense why you would be against that, is because Sheridan doesn't know how to make the point properly, because he doesn't believe the point that the characters are making. And he doesn't know how to put himself in their shoes to figure out what an actual point.
Yeah, he doesn't have the right perspective.
Yeah, so it ends up being clunky, and it lacks authenticity. I see that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, and it's weird because I didn't feel like, at least in 1883, that there was much of this type of attitude going on. And so it was interesting and they had just as much hardship, if not worse. I mean,
they had more, but they didn't have
Elsa got
they were
shot
fighting
up
for survival, right? That
right.
Purely, we're trying to get from point A to point B to make for better lives.
I kind of wish that had a second season and not this show.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think that he is pushing too hard in this way, and we're going to get a second season of it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think I like Spencer a lot.
Just wait till he gets back to the ranch and he throws morality out as well.
I'm worried about that.
He will.
I don't know.
Nobody's going to like him as much.
Yeah, but he makes it look really good.
He's more world. Like, here's the whole deal, though. He's more world traveled. I don't know that he is going to do that. I don't think that his character.
He seems like he has like a fairly strong moral compass, so I don't think.
Yeah,
but she does. But Alex doesn't necessarily. I mean, she walked away from her betrothal, right? To just travel the world.
To be fair, though, like that guy kind of had it coming. But
Alexandra,
what I'm saying is, maybe he's the stabilizing factor when he gets there. But it seems more likely that they're painting him to be. He's going to be a cold, hard killer and just slaughter everybody who was in any way opposed.
I think he will be. He's gonna go full
I would kind of like to see him go in and be like, you know what, let's settle this in a reasonable, responsible way. But I don't think he's being set up for that.
And like that would be a really interesting story for Jacob and Kara to expect Spencer to come in and be this cold hard killer that went off to war.
It's like, I've done enough war. I don't want to do that.
Then he comes back and he's like, what are you guys doing? This isn't right. Like that would be interesting stuff.
He could have more traits like Casey does, where he went to war and it affected him in a way, and he's more of a pacifist when he has to.
They're not going to go that route.
I don't think they are, but it would be.
Well, I don't think like pacifist, but I just think more lawful, more reasonable,
collective. Yeah.
Focused on justice,
not neutral good.
Neutral good, not chaotic bad. yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, a bunch of moralists here. Goodness.
What we've gotten away from in entertainment, and certainly these hour-long dramas, is good. And I don't want to
good. Didn't you hear what he said?
I don't want to overplay that. I mean, I don't want just everything to be wholesome and joyous. But there are not a lot of happy endings anymore.
But
I was just reading about Yellowstone today. They're like, hey, if you're watching this show expecting a happy ending, you do not understand this show, right?
Right.
But we want to see victories every now and then. We'd like to see some good people. Like I was so delighted. I mean, it's so crazy how delighted and unexpected it was for me that the captain of the ship was a good person.
Right.
I think you can create spaces where that writing lives, where you're showing the juxtaposition between good and bad, and it doesn't always have to be like it craps out at the end. Like that's like that little piece of the story there.
In 1923 is almost all bad. The Catholic Church is bad. The Marshals are bad. All the Irish are bad. Like it's just one bad thing after
and the Duttons are bad.
The Lions are bad.
Your heroes are bad. Right?
The elephants are bad. The water is bad. The ghost ship is bad.
The ghost ship is bad.
Look. When you throw out your morality and say it's not about right and wrong, it's about will to power, it's about who has the biggest gun, then this is the world you get into. And I don't think my personal belief is at that time of our history, people didn't think that way. They thought there is a right and wrong. I mean, I don't know. Too. Now granted, some of those people who didn't believe that probably did head west to leave the.
I haven't read much about the period, but I thought that very specifically during this episode. I thought, the kid with the three priests who walked up on the kid. I'm like, well, what's stopping him from shooting all three of them? What's the recourse? There are no witnesses. You're in the middle of nowhere. In an earlier episode, what would have stopped the Yellowstone Cowboys from shooting Banner and that other dude in their red car while they were on the way to Western Union? Right? There was nothing stopping anybody. So to me, I thought in this lawless state of no consequences, I assume that it was like this. There was just rampant murder and rape.
I mean, I don't think it wasn't that way in certain pockets.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I do like that. So do we think Robert Patrick is going to be bought Robert Patrick is the judge, the sheriff who
sheriff.
arrested.
He does seem like he has some type of moral code based upon his position.
But the Indians are the only good people in the show.
Yeah, the Native Americans. Yeah,
but we may find out he's in the pocket of Whitfield if Whitfield.
Yeah, like Clyde, freaking rat.
I don't think he will. I don't think he's in Whitfield's pocket because he wouldn't have gone to arrest Barnett or whatever the guy. No,
Banner.
Sorry, I just equate evil with Barnett. This is my bad.
Yeah. It's the mustache. It's the mustache.
It's mustache twirling.
Mustache twirling. Yeah. So I don't.
How does that work? How do you grow those?
Wilford Brimley mustache you got there?
There's a guy where I work. He has like an epic. It's full on.
A lot of wax. A lot of beard wax.
There's a lot of maintenance goes into that thing.
No, I can't.
I'm like, I just let mine grow in every week. Like, I don't know.
No, I did maintenance. I wouldn't.
It just shows up.
Nice.
Yeah. So all that to say, this is not a great episode, and it's not a super great series. I mean, it does have its moments.
But there's the good. We're getting a lot of good Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, which is almost like, to me, that almost makes up for anything else.
I think Helen Mirren's been one of the best parts of the entire series so far. But I would give my left arm for. I just want an entire series about Spencer and Alex. Like,
well, no, that's
right. That's part of the show, and I didn't expect that out of this. I don't tend to dig.
There are moments with the Alex character that I'm not in love with. There's some moments with the Alex character that
is it the snark?
No, I just like her delivery of lines is like weird.
It's smarmy. Yeah. It's
a little,
and I'm nervous that because of her background, because of the character's background, that she is just going to turn on a dime.
No.
And when she thinks about what she's walking into in Montana versus London, I mean, she might be like, maybe I want to go back to London. But I don't think they're going to do that because those are probably the two most popular characters of the show.
Yeah. But they didn't know that while they were writing it necessarily, right?
Well, that's true. That's true.
And Sheridan doesn't care if people don't like what he does.
That is very true. That is 100 in every interview.
It's like, I'm rich. I don't keep doing this. Like,
it's easier storytelling if she's gone. Because you don't have her restricting Spencer in any way.
You don't have anybody that needs to be rescued all the time.
Now,
there's no damsel if she's gone.
If she does choose to go back to London, then Spencer will 100% be the cold-hearted killer.
Oh yeah,
he will be broken
because he'll be scorned.
Yeah, he will be scorned and broken and go back to Montana.
Maybe that's how they do it. I mean, maybe that's
rip some heads.
Maybe that's how they do it. I guess we find out.
I don't know. But my whole thing is it would be difficult for me because that's only 3 generations away from Kevin Costner. And Kevin Costner, his character at least seems to have a moral code in Yellowstone. I mean, there's been moments.
But they have
only for family. He doesn't do anything good for anybody except his
own Rainwater. Family. He does good stuff for Rainwater from time to time.
That is a means to an end.
Yeah.
That is only when it benefits him. When he needs help doing something that benefits him. He needs help eliminating some threat
that
to Israel.
I have to agree.
Spites his enemies.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I do think he has a heart, but I think a lot of that is like a motivated guilt. Like it's very motive driven.
I don't know. His stuff with Monica this season has been really good.
Well, but she's family.
She's family though.
She's the daughter of his grandson.
Yeah, but he could have cared less about her 2 seasons ago.
He can't care less about her. He has to care about her. The grandson is going to run the ranch.
Right.
I mean,
we're crumbling Michael's empire right now.
I just want somebody listen.
I just think this one episode, they just could have he could have
This one episode made me rethink everything.
Well,
rethink everything. Yes.
I just think hey, I can do all these things, but he's not considering the whole cadre of people that are watching this show that really enjoy cowboy shows.
But he doesn't care about that. He
doesn't care about flyover.
Care less about
Middle America.
How many people are watching his show.
All right.
Well, I'm about this close to saying I don't even think it's not that he doesn't care. He wants to spite them part of me thinks.
Well, there's part of that.
He's
he
got
wants
a
to
little
show
bit of
himself
Ryan Johnson in
edgy.
him.
Yeah, that's fine. I just think the ending where that whole group of people were standing together, and like it was like the exact same people from the wedding, and they're in Malta.
I was laughing. It was the entire bridal party, and I literally yelled at the TV. I was like, "What are the freaking odds that they show up in Sicily?" Like, wow!
That was
right.
and they're all just as a bunch, like the Addams Family or something.
Even the comment about Mussolini was stupid. You better be careful with that gun. The guy in charge, Mussolini, doesn't like him.
He sounded like the dad. He sounded like Mr. Banks from Mary Poppins.
Yeah, he went. Somebody read a Wikipedia page and saw that Mussolini took power in 1922, and was like, "We got to work it in."
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
And they scrolled down and happened to land on Mussolini took away the Italians' guns.
Just put it in history.
The fried rice ball was really funny to me because I kind of they set it up and you knew exactly how it was going to go. Like, funny, that doesn't look like rice. But I thought that whole exchange about the English and the French and the how do you know everything about every country was really cute. And I would have gladly watched 30 more minutes of that other than all the other crap that came before.
Than all the other stuff, yeah. No, I agree.
What are those
I was
called,
like,
by the way?
arancini.
Arancini. They look good. I've never had one.
Yeah, I was staring at the.
I've never had one of those.
I don't think I've ever had.
Yeah, I was like staring. I was.
Thing?
I was staring at the TV, going like, I would love to go back to the moment when I tasted that for the first time. Yes,
I've never
exactly.
tasted that, so I'm still going to have that moment.
It's sweet. So if you had risotto.
I've had risotto.
Okay, so it's you make risotto, like Parmesan risotto, and you spread it out on a cookie sheet and you let it chill in the refrigerator. You roll it into balls and then you triple bread it like a chicken fried steak, and you deep fry it and you serve it with marinara. So my local joint makes it with orzo, which is rice shaped pasta, and they called it fried macaroni and cheese, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And they serve it.
Place in Birmingham.
They serve it with tomato soup. See, this is why I need to move to Birmingham.
Why is no place in Birmingham serving that? I've been to 15 Italian restaurants. I've been to
like got to go to Malta or wherever they were.
It's
an Italian restaurant.
It's a very old school Italian item.
They don't have it at the Olive Garden. I was just there like 3 days.
And your family, and that just proves they don't care about family.
They do have the fried mozzarella is very good at Olive Garden, though.
No, it's not.
I don't even
please.
Lavoie's didn't have anything like that, did they? Birmingham people?
I
don't remember.
Man, it's been a long time. Lavoie's gone now, right?
It is, but that's what I'm saying. That's the oldest. Like that's the oldest family-owned Italian place that I've been to. And the original Salvatore's in Vestavia Hills didn't have that. I mean, the old one, not just the pizza joint.
Unless we just didn't know how to order it, but.
What's it called again?
No, you're talking about Leonardo's?
No, there was a Salvatore's in Vestavia Hills.
Gosh, I miss Leonardo's. Good grief. That's the best lasagna I've ever had.
Yeah. And they had a TLP playing the piano sometimes. It was great.
They did.
They did. They literally did. Yeah.
Yeah. He'd get it. He'd play it.
I was on a date there one time, and I was like, and he was like behind me playing, and I'm like,
I'm not going to say anything about the pedals.
Very don't say anything about the pedals.
Anything about the pedals.
No,
I'm just not going to.
Unfortunate he didn't have an accordion, a little kid's accordion.
It took me like 2 whole seconds to remember.
This is a night. And we call it Bella.
You're on Rocky Ridge Road.
Yeah, he's like some of my friends know the guy.
I'm gonna look. I'm finding a place in Birmingham that has arancini, and I want to go try it right now.
Arancini.
Yeah, A with an A.
With an A.
Call Olive Garden.
I'll just Google it.
Arancini.
Yeah, I'll just Google it. It's fine.
Arancini.
And Eni means little, so it kind of like
TLP.
It means that.
No, sir.
TLRB.
Never mind.
Don't even try.
They're tiny little rice balls.
The little rice balls. The little rice.
I want some right now. I'm so hungry.
I am too. I'm starving.
I have not.
This is what the problem is. Like every time I listen to your podcast, Melissa, I'm gonna have to do it like right at lunch, so I can like go eat something as soon as I'm done listening to it. Because if I listen to it at like 10 o'clock,
they might serve it at Cheesecake Factory. Nobody knows. You can't get through the whole menu.
Yeah, there's like 47 pages, and then you know.
What about the what's the place in Homewood that's really nice, exclusive Italian restaurant? DiGiorno's?
Not DiGiorno's.
Not
Olive Garden.
Like frozen pizza.
Armand's?
Huh?
Armand's?
No, it's not Armand's, is it?
There's
it's like hidden in that. But no, it's not Bellini's.
Is it Napoli's?
No, sir. It's
These
all
are
right.
local references. We need to stop with this.
I typed Alabama arancini into Google just for squeaks and giggles, and the first thing that came up was catfish arancini recipe.
Gross.
No, run away from that.
Ruin every dish.
Maybe Fazoli's has it.
That's a fast food Italian place.
Oh, we have them here. We don't
have the closest one I know of is in Huntsville, but that's like 2 hour and a half.
So there's one in Montgomery.
La Fresca in Birmingham.
Wait, what's it called?
La Fresca.
Oh, I don't know.
According to TripAdvisor. Wait.
La Fresca. Okay, writing that down. La Fresca.
La
Fresca, you're getting a free
plug. That means the fresh.
The fresh.
Are you Italian now?
I speak every language, Michael. I'm a world traveler.
Oh, they're closed.
I just got there too. Oh, sorry.
Dang it.
Yeah, everything's closed.
Everything is closing down here.
Gianmarco's is what that restaurant is.
They have it. They have it at Gianmarco's.
No, I'm just saying the name of the restaurant. I'm not.
Look, let's focus here.
I'm so sorry. We got way off the rails.
No, it's part of the episode. I get it, but
I got it.
Where?
La Fresca. So 2nd Avenue North.
It's closed.
Okay, so it's still open.
Oh, it's not out of business.
Yeah, no, it's closed because it's 10:15 at night.
Slackers.
Okay, La Fresca.
We're going there this weekend,
dude. It's on a picture on TripAdvisor. You're welcome.
Give me a vat of your arancini.
We're quite the foodie
I'd
town
like
now.
10 orders of your arancini, please.
So I hear
Carnaroli, rice balls, Fontina, breadcrumbs, arancini, $10.
The maker. Thank the maker.
Wait, who has that? La Fresca.
La Fresca.
We're going
2nd Avenue North, right by the Museum of Art.
Yeah,
all right,
I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, that must be
this whole menu's pretty good.
That's got
to be in the Museum of Art.
Y'all got to go. No, I think it's like across the street.
Okay, we're boring Roth here. Roth is checked out totally. He's like,
no.
I
love talking about local Alabama. Favorite thing to discuss on a YouTube show.
It's relevant to 60% of us. Okay.
Roth's like, if it's not that steak place that the guy that owns TNT, what was that steak place that he owns? Turner's, or what was it called? Ted's. If it ain't Ted's, I don't care.
Ted's Montana Grill.
Oh my God,
Ted's Montana Grill. Yeah. If it ain't Ted's, I don't care.
I love those half-sour pickles, though. Man.
Oh, the half-sour pickles are good.
We used to have a Ted's Montana Grill. It was rocking.
Dude, okay, I'm so hungry. We've got to stop.
I am literally I think I might go to like IHOP or Village Inn after this.
No, I'm straight up.
Dude, I'm going to Village Inn with you. We're going to Village Inn right now. I don't know what that is.
We're flying in.
Dude, there was this place in Florence called Biscuit Village. Rhett knows. That place was awesome. The biscuit was literally the size of a plate.
And they did make potatoes with like everything in the kitchen on them, like cheese, ham, cigarette butts, rat hair, all of them.
You guys have Perkins down there?
Oh, we did. No, we don't have one anymore.
Village Inn, Perkins, IHOP, all kind of the same thing.
Yeah, they're all very similar.
Okay.
Yeah,
we had a Tourway up in Florence.
Oh, yeah, Tourway was good. They had good chicken fingers there.
Yeah, well, they had that breakfast buffet too.
Mm-hmm.
I really am going to eat my microphone.
Okay, what's the
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we need to touch on the church stuff anymore? Because I have something, but if we don't want to touch on it anymore,
let's do it. I want to hear.
I want to touch on the eye gouge because I have. I want to say something about that, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, medical. Okay, so do the church.
I have something medical to say.
Yeah.
Atrocities committed by members of the church, Catholic or otherwise, is not an indictment on the church as a whole.
Oh, okay.
It is a result of sin and living in this fallen world. Punish the perpetrators and take steps to prevent bad things from happening again.
Did you just read a prepared statement on?
Yes, I did. because it just made
I
me
nail
so
that
mad.
on the church
No,
door.
It would make me mad too. It would make me mad too. Look, no, I'm
it was
with you,
just
dude.
so
It would make me
stupid because I did a lot of research tonight on these schools, and
some people say all that's accurate, and I was like,
it can't be.
I saw the from Native American people that went to schools in South Dakota. They're like, some kids are like, I really enjoyed it. It really helped me. Other kids are like, it was really bad. I partially blame it for like the addiction and stuff like that goes on in our community now. Like, I'm not saying that they were like a good thing, but like some people got good stuff out of it. Other people didn't.
Well,
thank you, Jacob.
My expectation is that it was certainly a very rigid environment, right? And some people
stern,
think that, and some people don't. It was certainly, the punishments were probably extreme. Were they? And like abuse, there was some allusion to some sexual abuse. All that. That happens everywhere. Okay, that's not, nobody gets
monopolized
that with all them. That goes everywhere. Were the punishments harsh? Maybe so. I don't know anything about it, but I hope it wasn't as bad as portrayed there, because it's evil. It damages it damages the Christ's kingdom to do that, and I hope that I hope that is, and if it is being portrayed inaccurately, well, then that's also bad, because that paints in a very broad brush, the opinions of people who then it may not be true. And so the whole thing bothers me. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to show this bitterness that has, through the Rainwater family, all through all these years, and this rebellious attitude, and keeping the white man at bay and all of this. I get the story, but I don't enjoy it.
No, I can't take this.
It seems, some of it seems overdone, and I hope it's, I don't know, I can't stop it.
Well, I mean, of course it's going to be a little overdone. I mean, I don't know.
Well, like,
it's not like we're watching nonfiction.
It's not a historical document.
Corporal punishment in these schools certainly happened. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, probably a bad thing. Like, it's probably not good to, especially to the extent that we saw. Like, I even would allow, like, to say, like, that was probably accurate, and that's a bad thing. But sending out 3 priests on horseback to go mow down
with guns
a girl doesn't
just round up
the papal
just to kill a random teenager.
That is like one of the worst atrocities in American history. Like, it's so unlikely that actually happened.
And Jacob, I didn't mean anything by the papal.
No, I have no problem.
Papal posse's fantastic.
But I looked at him and I was like, they're wearing duster coats. Like, this looks like the Matrix. Like, what's going on here?
That is a fantastic name. I take no
the Rosary Riders, or I don't know. But no, I completely agree with you. And the only thing I could think the entire time was, like, when they were by the fire, I was like, it's really hard to make somebody want to believe the gospel after you beat the tar out of them. Like,
exactly.
It doesn't work.
This is not a way to reach a.
Look, I mean, the Catholic Church has they went through some bad periods, right? I'm thinking of.
Well, let's not.
But you can find it in every denomination.
It's like
you can find it. It's certainly in every denomination.
All the church.
There's some bad things that happened, but this. And what I don't understand, what hasn't been explained in the show, and it's not its responsibility to explain it, but what is the relationship between the United States and these schools?
Well, and there's another stat I found. In an article I was reading, I think there was something like 533 schools. 87 of them were ran by the Catholic Church, and like 200 or 100 or 200 more were ran by other denominations. The majority of them were ran by the U.S. government.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
To get and their efforts were to assimilate.
Right.
To try to get them assimilated into America.
And look, I mean, now we know that. I mean, the U.S. has some. We can talk about the Catholics all we want, but the U.S. has some bad marks in its history too. And I would and not knowing a whole lot about that period.
It's not just slavery. It's not just the Indian treatment. It's also the internment camps with Japanese people and all Asians.
Right. Sure.
Done by one of their heroes, FDR.
Which I'm sure we're going to get to see some of that in 1944 when Taylor Sheridan gives us that show. I'm sure the Duttons are somehow going to be involved in that.
They're going to be in California.
They're going to be.
Bring the Japanese.
2024.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, eventually. Okay, so I want to hear the medical stuff that you.
No. I was going to say it's really hard to gouge an eye out, but the thing
she did
is,
it really easily.
They one of the things they did,
like
they
two knuckles deep.
Yeah, they zoomed in on the guy, and I said, that guy, that actor has a glass eye, and he took it out because I don't think that was a CGI eye. That looked like how somebody's eye, the back of somebody's eye looks when you
with a glass eye.
When you've removed your glass eye, because it looked all healed up, and I was like, no, that's
like Sandy Duncan.
That actor was like, hey, I got a glass eye. Look, we can just do this. Oh, let's have a great scene where he gouges it out. So that was my
guarantee you that is the first mention of Sandy Duncan on Extra.
Sandy Duncan.
Yes, and that was fake, wasn't it? She didn't really have a glass eye.
She had one eye. Oh, really? One eye Sandy, they called her.
One eye Sandy.
Roth, I have no idea what's going on.
I don't get this.
You don't know Sandy Duncan? That was the show that Jason Bateman got his
Hogan Family?
Yeah, she was Peter Pan, right?
She toured as Peter Pan.
TV. Nope. She was like a Broadway actress.
Never heard of the Hogan Family.
You've never heard of the Hogan? That's where Jason Bateman got his start on the Hogan Family.
That's where Valerie Harper wanted more money, so they killed her butt off.
Yeah.
I thought he started on Silver
Ties.
He did, but
that was Ricky Schroeder.
No, crap! I always get him mixed up.
I would say Family Ties.
You're right. Bateman was on Silver Spoons. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Right. Silver Spoons. Let's just do Extra on.
Let's do a rewatch
of
Silver Spoons. I got nothing on that. I can talk about a saint in Hawaii that spent time with the lepers in the 1880s. How about that? Really good thing for the Catholic Church to do.
Yeah, Jacob, you guys, thank you for your statement. We appreciate your attention to
I will
protecting
fight Taylor Sheridan.
Look, Taylor Sheridan is a man of the world.
He does not like.
He doesn't care about.
He does not like Christianity. He doesn't
care
like
about any of it. He definitely doesn't like it when you ask him, "Is this show made for conservatives?" He gets so mad when anybody asks him.
The answer to that is no. No, it is not.
It is not, but he does get that question often, and he gets so mad. It's so funny that he defends himself.
It's because it's the Heartland characters.
I mean, it's mostly the dialogue. Like the characters say things that they're insulting, and they're not walking on eggshells. And people, it's so rare that you get that anymore. That people really responded to it, and it's this. But to me, it never felt like a conservative show.
I never felt it.
It doesn't show conservative ideals. I mean, if it were, I'm a conservative. If it were me, I'd tear the place down and put an airport there, right? So,
wait, this just in: we lost our last 3 viewers, and they're gone. That's it. We had them, and then Rhett declared his conservatism. Oh, now they're gone. Yeah.
So, I mean,
you never would have figured that out if I hadn't said it.
Let's get into some speculation. How do you think this season's going to end, knowing that there's going to be a second season?
Spencer's not showing up.
We're going to stretch. I know, right? I mean, will he even show up this season?
Well,
he's been slowed up. He's still a month away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least.
Yeah.
It seems
he's
like
be fighting Alexandra's boyfriend. I will fight you, son.
Oh, dude, he would kill that guy.
Put him up.
He was like, "Sir, are you not a pugilist?"
Oh, you've chosen pugilism.
He's gonna slap him with a white satin glove.
Yes,
challenge him to
Bernard just had diarrhea that day, so he just pulled out a gun and shot him instead.
I don't think Spencer's going to get there. I think Jack dies.
Why do we think Jack dies?
That's the bad, because we don't need him anymore.
Okay, I'm with you now, because he didn't say, when he left the room, he didn't say "I love you" to Elizabeth when she said "I love you." That means he's dead.
He did.
He's dead.
There's got to be some payoff, and everybody talking about, there's going to be payback for Banner getting around.
Well, he was like the third time you won't survive it. That's what he's saying.
Banner is going to take him out.
Yeah, it may be Harrison Ford that goes. I mean, that's a big commitment from him to expect 2 seasons of TV from him.
Right.
It may be that he.
Nobody told me there'd be 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you can kill them both. I think you need I don't want this to sound wrong, but I think you need a male there on the ranch.
Oh, Spencer, right?
To keep.
It's fine.
He's a month away. Or to keep it from being overrun, right? To just have it taken outright
by females.
Yeah, I think you. Well, I mean, I don't think Kara.
No, by Timothy Dalton.
I don't think she can be the.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
Pretty,
She's pretty bad.
She's pretty hardcore. She might be able to handle it.
Maybe,
all right,
but
she can pack a gun.
But
yeah, the problem is if Jack dies, we've got poor Elizabeth, and if Harrison Ford also dies, if Jacob also dies. That's too much. That's,
okay, so Elizabeth's going to deliver a baby this episode. Well,
no way.
No, they're not going to jump forward.
No.
3 months. I mean,
that'll be first of next.
They
season.
could have jumped, but now they can't jump because they've got to resolve this stupid fiancé nonsense.
Yeah, he should.
Without it, you simply could have cut ahead. But
yeah,
it's that, and they've got to resolve the if Jerome Flynn, Banner Creighton gets out, he can't get out 5 months from now because that's not really delivering on that promise.
That's a good point.
So Spencer's not going to be there.
Yeah,
and
they've set up issues that need to be resolved, in the immediacy, so they can't bring all the characters together until the very end of the episode. I
don't even know.
Harrison Ford gets.
I don't even think
Spencer walks up.
I don't think that everybody will be together until they're going to make us wait until the premiere episode of the second season.
Good.
Okay.
That's what I think.
And we've got to wait for Yellowstone until the summer.
Because that's how he does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mandalorian starts in a couple of weeks.
Yes, it does.
Michael's not excited for Mandalorian.
I'm worried about Mandalorian.
Well, I'm just a casual viewer, and I want to see Baby Yoda. That's
that's fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna have to bring Baby Yoda home from my office.
My whole thing with Mandalorian is
with them while we watch.
Once you make a show like Andor, it's only downhill.
It's hard to go back.
It's only uphill, really.
Did
if
you
you're
watch
talking about Star Wars shows?
Yeah, I did.
Actual Star Wars? Is that your
opinion?
opinion?
I feel sorry for the people who did not watch Book of Boba Fett, and they shouldn't because it's abject garbage. But now
two episodes were good.
They will not understand what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Oh no, yes they will. There's going to be a really long previously on.
Yeah, previously on. They'll show
it's going to be 15 minutes.
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we have sufficiently not talked about the episode and talked about all kinds of other stuff. I think we're good.
We've covered Catholic doctrine. We've covered.
But hey, I mean, for the first time, this same
prudery.
Yeah.
We've covered enucleation of eyeballs. We've covered.
Whoa! Say that word again.
I want to hear it again.
Enucleation.
That's what they do when you take an eyeball out for a donor. 3 big guys go and pop that thing.
That's
out.
almost as good as arancini.
Oh, we talked about arancini.
What if you did that and then arancini came out?
Man,
I don't think I want arancini.
Can you replace a human eye with arancini?
So you might need a spare. You never know.
That's true.
Peripheral vision would be terrible.
Well, hey, the good news is for the viewer, the same crew is going to be back on Thursday this week to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
No spoilers, Rhett.
I don't know if Melissa can make it.
Hey guys, come on out.
You're getting the link if you can make it, Melissa. But
that's amazing because I don't really feel like I can speak to that. But
you've seen the movie, haven't you?
I've seen the movie, but I'm not smart about those things. I don't know.
Well, that's not what we're going to talk about. The movie.
Wait, what things are we smart about?
No spoilers.
Marvel things.
Oh, that's good. That's a great perspective to have. Somebody who doesn't eat, live and breathe it the way we do.
Yes. Yeah. So we're gonna try this for the first time to come in on a Thursday and just talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and that'll be fun. We'll see how long we go with that.
Okay, I'll try to make it sweet.
Yeah. No, everybody's getting the email. So, Jacob, where can people find you on the internet?
Yes, Roth from Wyoming on the social platforms: Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter. The podcast is the Good Day for a Movie podcast. Our last episode was on Paris, Texas.
Such a good episode. Because nobody liked the movie.
Yeah,
I'm right there. I'm right there with you, and I'm about 3/4 of the way down with the episode.
Yep. It was such a nothing movie. I didn't dislike
it won the Best Director Palme d'Or, not the Palme d'Or, but he won Best Director at Cannes, and he won the BAFTA. Wim Wenders won Best Director for both of them. Yeah.
Stupid.
It's interesting.
Stupid award shows.
Interesting.
Our next episode though is with David Dollar.
And
it is on Captain America: Civil War.
Yes.
Wait, that's the movie he picked?
It is.
That's awesome.
He likes that movie. That's a good one. It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie, but can't you be a little more unique?
Look, we almost went for
why
2
didn't
hours.
you do something from the 80s? That would have been fun. Like
weird.
It was I think it was a worthwhile conversation because surprise, Sage is not a fan of the MCU anymore. Like he likes some of the MCU movies. He likes Iron Man. He likes Infinity War.
Sure.
But overall, he's not a superhero guy. So that was an interesting aspect of it.
You guys went for 2 hours?
Hour 55, I think, is.
Holy cow.
And you may even hear some Kenny Rogers at the end.
Oh, man. I do miss the Kenny Rogers that we used to play in the Deucecast. I do miss that. Dr. Earl, he is off the grid, but can be found in the Deucecord.
Not that cord.
Which is our Discord server. Not that cord.
In the pretentious corner.
In the pretentious corner. He's there every once in a while. Rhett also doesn't want to be found.
No, but I've got a new website that I've just started up. It's paperposse.edu.
Oh, an educational website.
Oh, it's a college.
Oh, okay. No, the joke I was trying to make, but you guys talked over it, was the rap group Jacob had in high school.
Oh, I heard it. I thought it was great.
Well, it would make sense. I am wearing a Catholic shirt.
Yeah.
Rhett loves those
hey, real quick, that is one of my least favorite things on the earth. When someone takes a corporate logo and Christianizes it into those t-shirts, it just makes me want to melt my face.
I like it.
It makes you want to recount. He wants to apostatize.
I literally put it on specifically for this. I don't really wear it otherwise, but I'm like, oh, I have that like at the very bottom of my
for such
drawer.
a time as this.
Oh man. Well, it is a big week for Melissa in the podcast realm. Tell us about it, Melissa.
Indeed. Okay, so my podcast, The Food for Thoughtcast, premieres on Thursday. You can find it at Apple, Google, and Spotify. The Food for Thoughtcast. We're on Facebook and Instagram, The Food for Thoughtcast, or the Food for Thoughtcast. It's foodforthoughtcast.com. Also, somebody that I interviewed for an episode that drops in March, they release their stuff the same day. So there's a bonus. There's a bonus episode that has me on it representing the podcast. They're called Team Fat Kid Nation. They were on season 12 of the Food Network's Great Food Truck Race.
Interesting.
Out of Virginia. And I will give it the acquired taste warning. It has language in it. But
we watched 1923.
But as I was telling Mikey the other day, while we were recording, we went for 5.5 hours. There will probably be 3 episodes out of all of it. But they were like, well, we're going to drop this last hour and a half. And I was like, right now? Okay, cool. So it came out on Monday. Yeah.
Hey, Rhett, make this note. Arancini food truck. Just arancini, just different types of arancini.
What, the totsicle is gone?
The totsicle, that's dead. The totsicle's dead.
That's old news.
Arancini food truck now.
Now, can you put different filler in it? Does it? It doesn't.
Because it would be. Oh, I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
No, you can put different filler in arancini, right? It doesn't all have to be.
So you need a sauce base, like you need a cream sauce base and a cheese and a binder of some kind and pasta. But traditionally, it's risotto. Carnaroli rice is like arborio. It's a short grain, sticky rice that you can use to make arborio. Or
what about couscous?
Couscous is not a rice. It's actually pasta.
Well, you just said pasta.
Well, no, but you need like no. What I was saying is like you can do it with pasta, but traditionally it's rice. My bad. I might have misspoke, but yeah.
It's not an arancini.
But it's not an arancini after that. But you could make like a mac and cheese croquette, if you want to go that direction.
Oh yeah, we could do different types. Yeah,
but couscous would be terrible. Yeah. Just take my word.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry. That's just a wad of it. Would just be
what qualifies you to say no? I'm just
Exactly.
Wow.
But you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook under Melissa Reagan, Instagram and Twitter, and Letterboxd under That's Miss Chef.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to the episode. The first one drops on Thursday, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. The Deucecast movie show is the main podcast. This is extra, where we just usually talk television, but we're going to be branching out a little bit starting on Thursday. But we're dropping the big Deucey's nomination episode tomorrow. So, and there was some cool special guests that read the nominations. So that was a lot of fun. It felt very official having somebody else read the nominations.
It couldn't be that guy that was bragging about it earlier, was he?
No, it could never be that guy that was bragging about it earlier. No,
we don't know. The guy who thought he had the scoops. Yeah,
the guy that thought
he read the wrong list.
We fed him the wrong list.
We fed him exactly. It was all a ruse.
It was a decoy list.
It would be very funny one year.
So yeah, we'll be back definitely next week though to talk about the Bad Batch episode 10, and then also the season finale of 1923, and the first episode of Mandalorian.
It's not until
not yet. That's
March 1.
March 1st. So it'll be actually the next day would be the first episode. Okay, that makes sense. All right, cool. Well, I appreciate everybody that hung out in the chat, at least during the Star Wars part. Brian hung out. Melissa hung out in the chat during the Star Wars part. Fetmatic made his trivia when we had trivia knowledge we needed. Fetmatic showed up, and Sean Sharp music. We both had Sean and his music showed up as well. We had both, so that was fun. So thanks again. Roundtable here, and see hopefully all of you on Thursday for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Hope everybody has a good night. Talk to you guys later. Let me get to this thing here. Oh gosh, where is it? Right here. Oh, the wrong one. Oh well.